We spend millions on exotic, glittering health powders, promising longevity and endless energy. Meanwhile, sitting entirely ignored in the back of the pantry is a cheap bag of dry beans. But these ordinary beans hide a biological paradox. If you take a handful of raw kidney beans and eat them straight out of the bag, you will make yourself violently ill. The culprit is a naturally occurring toxin called phytohemagglutinin. When ingested in its raw state, this compound triggers severe stomach upset and acute digestive distress. To safely digest them, humans have to intervene. Soaking the dried beans for several hours and then boiling them thoroughly breaks down and completely neutralizes the toxin. Applying that simple heat treatment disarms the threat, transforming the bean into one of the most nutrient-dense biological gold mines we can easily access. Let's look inside to see exactly how it operates. At the macroscopic level, the bean is built on a massive concentration of plant-based protein. This provides the direct building blocks your body needs to repair tissue and grow muscle. Bound up within that protein is a heavy dose of dietary fiber. On a purely mechanical level, this fiber adds bulk to your digestive tract, keeping food moving smoothly and preventing constipation. This dual-line graph compares how bodies process fuels. High glycemic foods cause a sharp, erratic spike and crash in blood sugar, but the kidney bean's protein and fiber matrix slows glucose absorption, creating that smooth, stabilized curve you see below. Because the glucose enters your system so slowly, your body registers a feeling of fullness that lasts for hours, which naturally reduces hunger and unnecessary snacking. As a secondary benefit, that same fiber travels down into your gut and acts as a prebiotic. It serves as the primary food source for the beneficial bacteria living in your microbiome. By supplying building blocks for muscle and slowly metering out energy, the bean functions as a biological stabilizing engine for your digestive system. If we look past the bulk macronutrients, we find a complex matrix of essential minerals that support your body's physical hardware. Kidney beans carry high concentrations of potassium and magnesium. These specific elements help relax blood vessel walls, maintaining healthy blood pressure. This cross-sectional view of a blood vessel shows how those minerals work in tandem with fiber. The circulating shapes represent the mineral-fiber combination, actively breaking apart and clearing away dense LDL, or bad, cholesterol particles from the bloodstream. Meanwhile, calcium, phosphorus, and manganese are routed to your skeletal system, keeping your bones and teeth strong. The bean also supplies iron, a key component in transporting oxygen throughout your blood, directly reducing the systemic fatigue associated with iron deficiency. Together, this mineral payload reinforces the structural density of your skeleton while keeping your cardiovascular network clear and efficient. Zooming into the microscopic scale, we find the bean's final structures, a concentrated network of vitamins and trace elements. Folate is heavily present here. This nutrient is vital for healthy nervous system function, maintaining memory, and supporting overall cognitive health. During pregnancy, that same folate becomes critical. It directly supports fetal development and actively lowers the risk of neural tube defects. This microscopic view illustrates the bean's polyphenol and antioxidant compounds in action. The glowing barriers are the polyphenols, actively shielding healthy cells by deflecting the jagged, erratic particles that cause oxidative stress. Trace elements like zinc and copper sit quietly in the background alongside them, providing the necessary raw materials to maintain normal immune function. At this smallest observable scale, the kidney bean is essentially deploying a defensive shield to neutralize threats to your cells before they can cause lasting damage. This 3D infographic breaks down the cumulative effect. The base layer represents stabilizing macros, the middle layer holds structural minerals, and the top layer contains microscopic elements. Stacked together, data shows a sharp drop in overall risk for chronic illnesses like heart disease and cancer. This massive systemic health outcome comes from an ingredient that costs pennies per serving and sits entirely shelf-stable for months. They integrate easily into almost any meal plan. You can drop them into chili, mix them into curries and stews, or fold into salads and burritos. As long as you respect the safety protocol, soaking and boiling, you are left with a highly effective preventative medicine that has been waiting in your pantry the entire time.